Hey guys, welcome back to Insomniac Stream. Today's video is for my take on a Spider Queen. I definitely could do a few in the future as well, but I really wanted to do something that was a little bit different for the traditional Spider Queen makeup, and I hope you guys are digging this take on it. And this video is really exciting because it is actually sponsored by Moda Brushes. I got to work with them last year and created 3 videos during Halloween. They reached out to me again this year for another video, and I was super pumped because I really enjoyed working with them last year. As you guys know, I owned a lot of their brushes long before I ever got to work with them, so it's kind of like one of those like dream collabs where it's already a brand I really love and support. So super excited they wanted to work with me again. And this year they actually wanted to promote. They have a new brush kit coming out that is all detail oriented, inspired by traditional art brushes, which is insanely cool. It was actually slightly delayed, which is why I kind of got a preview of the types of brushes that are going to be in it. A lot of really fine liner brushes and a lot of more artsy brushes. So I wanted to do a look that was a little bit more intensive on the detail, and this stuff for me takes forever to do the illusion type makeup. So hopefully this one reads well, but it was many hours, and I encourage you guys to give yourself lots of time if you want to attempt it. If you guys have any questions about anything that's used in the video or little techniques, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to get back to you guys. And thank you again, Moda, for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, let's just get started. So first thing I'm going to do is take the complexion brush, and I'm just going to apply foundation and concealer all over as you would normally. And I'm also going to carry it down onto the neck and chest, much like you would a body paint. Just try and even out the entire canvas so we can kind of go from there. So then just taking this Warm Tone NYX Ultimate palette, I'm just going to use that with an angled blender brush and essentially try to create kind of a nice neutral smoky eye, something that's a little bit dramatic but also going to be pretty neutral so it doesn't take away from like the overall feel of the look. And we'll just see what we get. So I did a liquid liner and kind of tried to pull it out pretty far to elongate the eye shape, and then to kind of continue that, I'm just going to use another liquid liner and a black pencil liner, and I'm going to try and pull out a little bit on the inner corner as well as fill in my waterlines. So with the eyes pretty much done, I'm then going to take the Precision contour brush. And I'm just going to go with my usuals, which are this color. It's a very almost gray tone, which is great if you're really pale for contouring. Throw on maybe a little bit of bronzer and then just like do the usual boring face stuff, and then we can just kind of move on to the fun stuff. With the face pretty much done, we can actually move on to the Spider Queen part of this paint, which I'm hoping to do more of kind of an illusion paint, incorporating some realism with some cool illusions. I know this is a little bit different from most Spider Queens. I did think about doing, you know, the multiple eyes and doing the different like fangs on the face and stuff like that, but I think I might save that for a future paint. For this one, I just thought it'd be a lot of fun to really hone in on one area. So I'm going to try and sketch out a spider right here. I'm going to take a black eyeshadow, and I'm taking this detail brush and I'm going to sketch out the shape of him. I am looking at a reference photo. I will link it down below, and that is what we're going to try and bring to life right about somewhere in this area. So as you can see, I did fill in this webbing shape with just some concealer. Now admittedly the concealer is not a perfect match to the color of like my neck and chest, because my face is a little bit of a different tone than this area. So what I'm doing now is, after basing it all out in just the webbing form, I'm now going along the edges with the same concealer and just blending out here. And then I'm using the same foundation brush I used at the beginning to kind of buff it out. And this is just to kind of help enforce that illusion that it's going to be coming right out of the skin. So we need to kind of blend off. So if it's a color that is very different from your skin tone, or if you're doing like a whole different skin tone, such as like blue, pink, red, anything like that, you're just going to want to make sure it blends off entirely into the area that's in focus or part of your costume, whatever it is. With everything kind of blended out in its base form, what I'm going to do right now is go in with a black aqua paint and another detail brush, the same one we're using with the black shadow to kind of sketch out the spider. And I'm just going to fill in the spider, kind of buff out the legs and stuff. We're not going to do any detailing yet because I want to get all the detailing underneath in the web done. But if I do all of that first, I'm going to lose track of where the legs are supposed to sit. So I'm just going to do kind of a blanket fill in, and then we'll do all the detailing on the webbing, and then we'll come back to the spider at the very end because I figure that's probably the easiest way to do this. So now you can see I kind of have just like briefly started, more just to help myself figure out exactly if the illusion I'm after will work, and I think it's going to be okay. So from here, what you want to do is I'm going to take a brown water activated paint and this detail brush, and I'm going to start filling in all the sections that are going to be brown. One thing I did is I did lay out kind of where I think the edges are going to be with a little bit more of the concealer. It just kind of helped to give you an idea of where the shadows are because they do shift as you go around the web, so you kind of have to move as you go. Kind of just figure that out, or, you know, hopefully if you're referencing this one specifically, it'll give you a decent idea of how to do it. So let's just jump in. Once you have all the brown blocked out and kind of filled in the sections you want, the next step is to go in and really start building that depth for the illusion I'm trying to create. And to do that, I'm going to be taking a neutral palette. This is from Kiss, and just pretty much any neutral palette will do. I mainly just need the browns out of it as well as the black. So the main colors I'm going to be using are these guys right here. And then I'm going to also be using this brush. This is a nice brush because it's small but also has a nice flat edge along it, so that's going to be helpful for any of the areas where I have the straight lines and need to kind of help build the depth that way. It'll be a little bit easier to kind of build up from there and keep adding shading. And once all the shading is in, along with the black to kind of deepen everything, I figure from here we can jump to the spider and start getting some more detailing and shading on him. And so to start shading the spider body, I'm going to take a bit of white and this brush, because it has a nice curve to the edge of it and a little bit of a point, so it'll give you that mix of precision and blending. And I'm going to start trying to add the shadows to the body to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional and like it has a highlight. All right, keeping with the theme of feeling a little bit more atypical for a Spider Queen, I decided to go with this like platinum blonde wig. I won't even lie to you guys, it's mainly because I'm right there with you. Usually when I think Spider Queen, I think like black hair, and that's the default, that's the go-to. But I kid you not, I swear my last like 4 paints have all had the exact same black wig, and I wanna break out of that and put a different color on. So I figured, since this is already a very atypical Spider Queen look, I could throw in a blonde wig with it just to go all the way on the not at all what you would expect route. I really want to thank Moda again. I am so excited they reached out to me again this year after getting to work with them last year, and they were absolutely wonderful. If you're looking for brushes in general, I do have an affiliate code with them. You do not have to use it. It will save you 20% this month, and usually I think it's 10% or 20%. It depends. It kind of changes throughout the year. but you don't have to use it, don't worry, because obviously I want to be upfront with you guys. It is an affiliate link, which means I would get a small portion of the sale. So if you want to support me that way, that's amazing, but if not, no worries. I still recommend checking out the brushes and getting yourself some really good ones because they're super durable, totally cruelty-free, and some of the softest brushes I own. So super, super versatile. Definitely recommend them. I hope you guys are having an amazing October so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this look and hopefully got some fun tips and tricks out of it. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. I, of course, will see you guys next video. So until then, bye, guys.